Good afternoon, my good friend. This is Dr. Churi from the Arizona state. Yes, the Arizona. How come? I thought you were in Florida. Guess what? I'm sure you heard of Mercury retrograde. Everything that moves, every moving part, the past comes alive. Name it. Everything you're trying to do, you're going to be thrown down and then you're going to be stopped. So I got a call from my wife. She says, honey, the AC went off, and we are at 118 degree in Phoenix, Arizona. Extraordinarily hot. Luckily, I have a big exercise room which is on AC, so she was able to survive while the guys were on the roof fixing the AC. Another $14,000 to change it. Okay. Then, but that's not the end of it. Then this guy just died on me. Okay. So I had a kind of a bug in it. So I went to Amazon trying to find out what's going on there. Well, it's all technology, whatever it is, and it's all messed up. You're better off just getting a new phone. There you go. Got a new phone. Remember, Mercury was communication, transportation, and the phone. Hello, my good friend, CY. Thank you for being here. And if that is not enough, guess what? My pool pump died. So I spent last 3 days running up and down, doing all sorts of things. And with my back, the state of my back, it was not easy. I get a new motor, and then I have to cut the pipe. I have to glue the pipe. I have to do all sorts of things to get this sucker back up. And it is. The good news is I'm also, physically inclined. I'm a welder. I do mechanical work, electrical work, all that good stuff. And I'm also intellectual. So this way I can save myself money. So remember, Mercury is still retrograde. So if you have planned like I had, you're going to be forced into going back and fixing all the mess. And I told you, Mercury retrograde's purpose is for things to break down. If things don't break down, and how people are going to make money, there is a reason for God cosmic design. So instead of getting crazy and getting mad and getting upset and God knows what and depressed, just laugh about it and deal with it. Because there are no accidents in my world. And I'm taking myself and all this nasty experience that came along. Hello, Ranch. Yes, you made it, my friend. So let's discuss a few things that are important. Right now, we are moving into a beginning or ending of important phases of life. Okay, so that'll be August 18 and 19, 20, might be the 21st. Expect very, very serious development, like something's gonna be starting or stopping. And that will definitely involve the Trump administration. I know for sure I will be touched because I have a lot of projects that I have to start when I come back. So pay attention to what your friends are saying. Pay attention to the news because beginning and ending of important phases of life means also serious natural disasters that force thousands of people to relocate. This type of window has produced the Hurricane Katrina that I predict on coast to coast. Okay, and so many others. The tsunami in Asia, again, it was a Munich window, beginning and ending of important phases of life where hundreds of thousands of people have lost their life and lost their living and lost their home. So we are into that energy. Okay. Then it's gonna come the full moon. Obviously, today we are in the 16th, so let me double check, make sure I know what I'm talking about here. We're going to have the well, I guess I'm going to leave it for next time. Okay. Next time I'll be on the air live again. It probably will be in Florida, wherever I will be in my friend's house, or the back of his house is quiet, or maybe on the beach. I don't know. Okay. Only thing I can tell you that his magical hands has done a lot of good work. And then now I feel it because I had to drive. I had to drive back. I should have flown, but I put a lot of stress on my back. But that's fine. I'm tough. Hello, Eddie. How are you doing? I noticed at work when the Mercury retrograde that we need to review and fix something that wasn't that exactly. That you've been touched by Mercury retrograde. Everybody on planet Earth is under the jurisdiction of God, cosmic design, or Jesus, cosmic ministry, as you know, or astrology, the stars. So the more you know about it, the better it is. And then before going forward in explaining that the beginning and the end of important phases of life will force you into a new beginning or an ending in every possible way, there is also something I have to mention. My last video at the end, because people have been waiting and watching and listening to me all the way to the end, I gave a special deal. Okay. I gave a special, I might as well just prolong that deal for another 48 hours. You got to go to the newsletter. Okay. When you're done, I will put the link under the video, and then you're going to read the special deal that I'm offering, and then you're going to email Toraya. Only one thing I'm asking you, please, 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 please be patient. I am swamped with work. I would think that, people will use AI. No, they'd rather talk to me because they know AI doesn't talk about the head and the tail of the dragon. AI does not think like Nostradamus, even though that they put all these ideas together. It's a gift. So again, if you want me to explain to you what the dragon is currently doing and what the next dragon, which will be Leo Aquarius, will do, you better face me. Believe me. And I will teach you some very specific rules that apply to you. I will explain your karma. I will bring you to some of your past life, talk about your health, and then don't expect me to spare you because $500 or $700 for reading is a lot of money. So you're going to get what you pay for. So let me take care of you once you're ready for me. I'm just asking you to be patient. The Dr. Drew is extraordinarily busy. On the news, you heard my good friend Gary Busey, sad enough, was convicted for a sex crime charge. Gary, incidentally, again, don't kill the messengers, okay? Regardless of your political belief, or you like Trump or you don't like Trump, or Obama or Clinton or Bush, whatever it is, leave that out. I do prediction. Okay. All I'm trying to tell you, Gary Busey is born in June, and he has the same exact dragon as President Trump. Gary Busey was charged with sex crime. Okay. So the stars don't lie. So make up your mind, make up your decision, make up your own idea of what you want to hear or what you accept about the stars. But when you have two people that were born literally at the same time with the same dragon, and one gets charged and the other one doesn't, Gary is extraordinarily good friend with Trump. They hang around. He's been on his TV show, and Gary's been convicted. So, the stars don't lie. I can guarantee you that through the stars, like it or not, you can handle the truth or not, Trump probably will be in time convicted with sex crimes. And some stars have spoken. You heard me. Like it or not? All right, that's why you're here. You want to hear the truth. I hope you can handle the truth. That's all there is. With me, at least, the truth. Okay, let me see. I'll take your question in a minute to see. All right, let me finish what I have to say here. Since I'm in Florida, I've been hanging around the city of Key West, and I visited the museum of Mel Fisher, and I realized that maybe I should do the stars of the Atocha. The Atocha was a galleon, a Spanish galleon that was loaded with gold and silver and God knows what artifact that they stole from the Mayans. And all these things was on that ship, which was overloaded. And on the way back to giving the good stuff to the king of Spain or Portugal in those days, the Atocha sank in 1622. and all went down. Well, they tried to recoup everything, but they could only recoup some because another hurricane hit a few weeks later. It's the area. So what I want you to pay attention is when the Atocha went down, the tail of the dragon, the nasty energy of the dragon, was in Taurus. Taurus is all about money, possession, gold, banks, wealth, extreme wealth. People born with the head of the dragon in Taurus will always, always make money. They will never, ever be without money, especially if they try. Because you know my philosophy, a paycheck is a cancer to your dreams. That's why you need to do what you want to do, like me. I'm going to start my Lady of the Sea charters. So, what's interesting, Mel Fisher was born himself, was an interesting dragon. Okay. Um, he was a Sagittarius, so he was adventurous. He had the moon in Aries, which is very competitive, okay, a pioneer. Instead of the dragon was in Scorpio when he was born. And Scorpio is death and drama. So he lost his wife, he lost his son, he lost friends that was working when one of the boat that they were working on just, turn over, bad weather, whatever it is. So you can see the tail of the dragon brings tremendous drama to his owner. But what's interesting, he finally discovered the Atocha in 1985, that is when the head of the dragon was in Taurus and the tail was in Scorpio. See, Atocha went down when the tail was in Taurus, okay, and it was found when the head was in Taurus. Taurus is all about money, possession, and extreme wealth, and so forth. Again, you have all the information in the newsletter if you want to read all the details. Okay, so let me take some of your questions here. Um, okay, Rance, you said you need to go way too wee for stem cell therapy for your body. Oh, yeah, we know my friend is into natural healing. He's using all sorts of interesting tools and herbs and stem cells, all that good stuff. Is definitely on the planning case. But thank you for the feedback. I appreciate it. I love you too, Eddie. 3 hearts. Way too well. Okay. What do you say about Venus Jupiter conjunction? It has brought a great shift in a positive manner, at least for me. Well, understand that Venus is all about love. Venus rules Taurus and Libra. Venus is the art, aesthetic, beauty, money, wealth, anything to do with shopping for a woman or making money for a guy. And in Sagittarius is foreigners and foreign lands. So Venus in Sagittarius will make people much more magnetic to foreigners, depending again where that Venus is. Okay, let's say, for example, like me, I was born with Venus in Aquarius. And that makes me a little bit aloof because Aquarius is intellectual and it's a sign who is for freedom, UFO, the impossible, the incredible, traveling. So I have the universal love to give. That's my Venus. Now, if I land on somebody who has Venus in Scorpio, whoa, 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 now you're talking about water and air. That doesn't mix too well. Venus in Scorpio will make people emotional, sensitive, dramatic. Remember, Scorpio as a stinger, so they'll be sarcastic and they may also sting the relationship to death. So, regardless, the will or the part of God in you is stronger than any location of Venus in any signs. But if you do not know, that's the problem. Now, wherever Venus is located in a female chart, depict the type of love she's able to offer a man. While a man, Venus position is pretty much what is expecting or require as far as love is concerned from a woman. Okay, Venus and Mars. You heard of this guy? I cannot remember his name. Men are from Mars, Venus are from women. I met him in San Francisco. I didn't know who the hell he was. And my ex-wife told me, "Oh wow, this is a big known guy. He's a writer. Write this book, Men Are from Mars, Women Are from Venus." So I did a reading for him. Next thing, he was so smart. He bought all my courses. Yeah, he bought all my courses. So maybe it shows how spiritual the man is, and I wish him even more success. Okay. So all I'm trying to tell you, Mars in a male chart represent how a man is going to go and show his masculinity or will go after a woman, while Mars in a female chart represent the type of man she's looking for. Say, there are girls who like men to cook, to clean, to be emotional, to be sensitive, and there are girls who like men to be men and have balls. Fighter, what else what? So it's all set by your stars. So if you're dealing with a partner that do not have a good harmony to all those stars, all this mystical divine talk turns into turbulence and war. So it's important to know what type of partner or Venus and Mars you have in your chart in order to find out if that love relationship will last or if the guy or the girl involved in that relationship have what it takes for each other's. Remember, knowledge is power, ignorance is evil. It's all about a matter of education. Cosmic consciousness doesn't come in 5 minutes. I'm 75 and I'm still learning. Okay, so pay attention. The more you know, the better it is as far as your stars are concerned. Okay? If not, you're going to be a robot of your stars and you're going to pay the price of your ignorance. Okay, Benny, uh, I found out you are a life path 16-7 like me. We are the smart truth seekers, refined learners as well. All right, Benny. Yeah, I'm a 7 guy. That's for sure. I like it. Um, and then we are definitely truth seekers. Now, as far as I'm concerned, uh, there are a lot of smart people out there. We are all very unique in our own right. Even the people that you cannot stand have something to offer. Okay. And they are going to be attracted to you to teach you something, or you teach them something. As simple as that. So that's why it's important to remember you cannot judge anybody because this person does not vibrate at your cosmic speed. We all are unique in our own right. Now, I have the ability, the gift, the aptitude, the education, the knowledge, the wisdom, God knows what, to dissect your UCI or your unique celestial identity. And from there, guide you. Remember, you're related to your family member, brothers, sisters, mom, and dad genetically 150% genetically. But in the world of the spirit and the stars, your closest family member is your biggest stranger, especially if you do not know their UCI or unique celestial identity. The more you know about your own UCI, the more power you have in order to understand yourself. Furthermore, understand others. That would make you more forgiving. Yeah. The idea is not to let anything or anybody drag you down. Somebody who does this shows insecurity, stupidity, ignorance, and these are evil fluid you absolutely must eliminate in your life. You know, let's see. Before I talk about something spiritual, let's go here. Ranchview, I'm not sure if you ever do this, but if you could tell me what the truth compatibility between male born in June 28, 87 and female July 17, 1889. Okay. Okay. So basically, here, what you have two cancers together. Okay. Again, to really dig deep into that, my friend, I would have to see you face to face because there is too much interaction as far as all the stars. It's a divine language. It can be a beautiful symphony. It could be very harsh. But now you're talking about two water signs. Okay. But even though the both of you are Cancer, it looks like the person born in June is also the Gemini, so he's on the cusp. He ain't gonna be as deep or as emotional as you are if you are the true Cancerian. So now we have to look also at the moon. Your moon represents your emotional response to life. Okay, if you have the moon, for example, in Virgo, You're going to be fussy, picky, critical. You'll be OCD. You want to become a vegetarian. You want to clean all the time, and you're going to be extremely critical to everybody around you. So that moon will override you. That's what I said. And worst going to happen to you is to turn you into a cow or a vegetarian. Again, you know my philosophy if you watch previous videos as far as vegetarianism is concerned. Um, there is also the head and the tail of the dragon that land in specific houses that are going to curse that specific house if you don't know about it, or bless that house if you understand and use the head. Again, I can only repeat myself. Knowledge is power, ignorance is evil. It's all about gathering cosmic consciousness. Sometimes I think if everybody was like my student or I, you know, spiritual advanced enough or fully cosmic conscious, the word war, fight, aggressivity, revenge, negativity would not even exist. I mean, you're talking about the age of Aquarius. Let's say we make it and we don't self-destruct because we are moving with the head and tail of the dragon, Aquarius, Leo, that rules nukes, and God knows what is going to happen. It also rules extraterrestrial. Let's hope we make it. Okay. The promises of peace, love, happiness, universal love, universal understanding, full cosmic consciousness, or the return of Jesus' teaching, so to speak, at the spiritual level, which is divine astrology, that will produce that world that we all can only dream of. But it's coming, providing we don't blow up our head with our own ignorance, stupidity, and egocentric attitude, especially when it comes to those who have the power. And that brings me to talk about Putin. Putin has the head of the dragon in Aquarius. Aquarius rules nukes. That's why he has the biggest nuke reserve in the planet. Okay, as much, if not more, than the United States. And the United States is an Aquarius tail country. Aquarius rules explosion, sudden release of energy, and surprise. Hello, hello. Now we are talking about the Pearl book. Explosive attack. The 9/11 explosive attack induced by a Uranic shocking windows. My gosh. And we have all these educated idiots, all those political leaders out there that have absolutely no cosmic consciousness and doing things subconsciously. Like Trump, who wants to clean everything. He wants to clean Washington state. He wants to clean every city of all the gangs. That's beautiful. That's wonderful. But he does not know that is the tail of the dragon in Virgo. Cleansing, that is imposing her power upon his psyche and him and all the people who make the laws and rule our life and make our destiny are not cosmic conscious. That is absolutely ridiculously dangerous. But you know what? That's why I'm here, to teach you, to educate you, to make you aware that those who are in power don't even know themselves. They own a fate or they own the stars. Again, to those of you who are new, who never heard me before, Trump is a Gemini. Gemini is double. Tells you one thing, is going to do something else. Double meaning impeached twice, becoming the president twice, having 4 wives, 4 kids, 4 golf course, 4 hotels and restaurants, 4 attorney, 4 legal battle. And Gemini head is all about radio communication. That's why we cannot even think or 1 second talking or thinking about him. His head is in Gemini. So when you elect a president that has the head of the dragon in Gemini, expect a lot of confusion in his Gemini life. You put a president in power, you are going to experience his idiosyncrasies and his stars, and you're going to experience his fate. That's serious. That's very, very serious. Suddenly, have a bunch of educated idiots out there, religious fanatic, thinks Dr. Cherry is a cuckoo head, is a tinfoil head. That tells you what we are dealing with in this world. Thinking that astrology is bull. When the richest man on the planet said millionaire don't use astrology, billionaire do, that's JP Morgan. Or when the father of medicine says you cannot call yourself a doctor if you did not study the stars. Where are those people? They're watching TikTok. That's what we're dealing with. However, the good news is they have eternity to learn. Now, okay, Laura. Okay, hello, been following you for a long time. Thank you for doing this. Laura, could you tell me to look for the near future? My birthday is January 25th, 2000. So you are an Aquarius Capricorn, you're on the cusp. Okay. Um, Let me see. Janvier, February, Mars. Mars. Right now, you have the head and the tail of the dragon affecting your mind and your high study area, including traveling foreigners in foreign land. Possibility again to learn something and succeed is ahead of you. Connecting with foreigners will be good or bad depending on your karma. Okay. What's most important is when the dragon is going to be moving. Okay. The dragon is going to be moving in Aquarius. Okay. In July 2026 for 18 months. So when the dragon is going to get on you, it's like everything you see, everything you reason with, the people you're in, God knows what, everything is changing. It's like you're dying to one section of your life and moving into another section. It's going to be much better than what it is now. So don't let the tail of the dragon or the head of the dragon drag you down. Insecurity, deception, worry too much about everything, the state of the world or your health or God knows what. Don't poison yourself and don't let the reptilians hijack your body, your mind, and your soul, because that's what brings depression. And then your educated doctors will give you antidepressant, which is going to please the reptilians, which are going to hijack your body, your mind, and your soul. Next thing you know, boom. Never-ending story. Hello, Liz. November 7, 2002. Now you could see the Scorpio here. These people are kind of very private. They don't talk much. Okay, so you just out there, you can see the beauty of the scorpion. Or again, the scorpion can also be the eagle, or the scorpion can be the lizard. There is always two forces in work here. Okay, you have the goods and the bad, positive, negative, up and down, black and white, the front, the back. That the devil, there is no God. Without opposites, without exchange, there is no life. That's why you need to expand and understand that you may be limited because of the codification of thought, especially if you're a religious fanatic. All right. Uh, that was good 2,000 years ago. All right. So let's look at you, honey. Liz. Do I pronounce your name right? Liz. I think so. Oh, you bet. Thank you. You bet, Laura. Okay, so Liz, let me see. Your Venus is in Scorpio, so you're probably very magnetic, very beautiful. Venus makes you artistic, spiritual, okay, magnetic, as I said. Your Mercury, which is your tongue, is in Scorpio, so sarcasm, no good. Revenge, no good. Understand also that you're not going to attract bees with vinegar, and people don't like to hear the truth, so control your words, okay? You're to the point, you're smart. You tail up the dragon in Sagittarius, the moon is in Sagittarius, Pluto is in Sagittarius. Stay away from the books. Anything and everything related to what the government wants you to know or religion wants you to know, that's the box. That's where you could get stuck. You carry a lot of past life with disappeared civilization, the Maya and the Indian. You got a lot of past life with those civilizations. That's why Indian people or anything to do with animals, even animals have something close to your heart, for good or for worse, because again, when you walk the rainforest, you could also have been killed by something that wear fur. So that could give you allergy to animals, depending on your chart. I'm not sure. So you're too honest and you're too direct. Now, anything and everything about writing, reading, talking, and using your head of the dragon, which is dual productively, communication, languages, photography, and you can't lose. Jupiter is in Leo. God wants you to build the stage with love, with the art, with light, with children, name it. You're a philosopher inside. You're a very, very old soul. You've learned a lot, even though that you're a young woman. You still have a lot. lose. There's so much more to say about you, but that's what I have for you right here, right now. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to get that thing ready for whomever wants to have a mini reading again in a minute here. So, what do we have here? Dr. Turi, can you look at my husband, Korea, November 24, 71. So, let me look at him. November, we're going to put his the day of his birth. I have a software that I designed right in front of me. So, that will allow me to check on his UCI. All right, so he's got the tail of the dragon in his career by birth. Okay, he's a Scorpio. The Scorpio is a 10% chance of success in life. No Scorpio mess in life. They always succeed. He's an engineer. He's always detailed into, I don't know, could work for the government, could work in technology. There is no limit to what he can do. The only problem I see with him is his upbringing could have mess up his mind. And he was also um, he has not much love chances with his kid. I don't know if he has any kids just yet. Maybe it's his upbringing that is dramatic that could have affected him earlier in life. Okay, but his head of the dragon is Aquarius. Remember, the head of the dragon will be moving in Aquarius. So that means everything about his life will be changing 150%. Right now, the head and the tail of the dragon is on the fifth house of love, romance, and children. Okay. So, all I can tell you, he doesn't talk too much. Okay. He has a big, huge heart. He definitely loves kids. That's for sure. And he doesn't want anything that happened to him to happen to anybody, especially his children. He's got a huge, huge heart. As long as he stay away from depression and drugs and alcohol, he should be very successful once the dragon start to shine on himself. Right now, it's going to be struggling, but he'll be just fine. He's a Scorpio. He can't lose. All right, I hope that helped. Um, okay, so let's look at what else we have. Okay, what do you see? That's Ranch again. What do you see in the next year for the future of health in the US? Again, as far as health is concerned, the United States is under the jurisdiction and the control of all pharmaceutical corporation. Okay, they want you to be sick. They want you to use their product. This is how they make money. It doesn't mean they're going to give them to their own kids or take them themselves. Okay. Uh, Currently, the tail of the dragon is in Virgo, so it puts a lot of energy and effort into cleaning and cleansing. That's why Trump wants to clean everything and get rid of all what he thinks and feel is dirty, which is foreigners and Latino, black people. I don't know. It's his stars. He's the way he is. He's a racist. It's his stars. Don't lie. Okay. And then you have also JFK. JFK is indeed a Capricorn, uh, January, February, March. He's got the head of the dragon in the mind and the tail of the dragon in Virgo in the ninth house. So he's going completely the wrong way. He's going against tradition, he's going against things that have been proven. Uh, Investment and tremendous amounts of money and research have been put in specific research for to fight viruses, and it's just the way it is. He's responding to his stars. Okay. And this attitude is very different than you or me or anybody else for that matter. But as far as health is concerned, there is a tremendous Virgo cleansing energy upon the United States and the world. Okay. That's why everybody wants to clean up and thriving. That's why many people are supporting Trump of cleaning old cities of gangs and things like that, which I agree with him, but you can get rid of them. You cannot get rid of cockroaches, don't forget. So that's a total waste of time. And it's also abuse of power and control, as far as I'm concerned. But hey, some people just reason the way they reason because of their stars they endorse and support, and some don't. But the Virgin Mary will still do interesting, productive work for the United States. And I remember Pisces rules water, chemical. Pisces rules religion, so there is kind of a boost into the Christianity world with this dragon, but it's also deceptive. I can go into the detail, but Yes. Benny, oh, thank you for the 9.99. Thank I don't ask people to pay me. If they pay me, well, I will spend more time on them, of course. Uh, doesn't mean I'm not going to serve other people, but I appreciate Benny. Can you do my mom? She was born June 13, 1952. So we're going to put June 13 at 6/13, 1952. I believe that's a Leo Tail. Yeah, I was right. Yeah. All right. So she's a Gemini. So two lives in one. Look at Trump. Everything double, 246, duality. We have to experience that. You have to experience that. She was born with Uranus in the sign of Cancer in the second house of money. So real estate, food, hotels, and restaurants. She has the moon in Aquarius and the head in Aquarius. So she's independent. That's the head. The tail is in Leo with Pluto in Leo. So she's by generation, Pluto in Leo. Okay. You need to understand a little bit more about Pluto. Pluto is the planet of death and drama and revival. It takes a worm in the water out of, turn it into a butterfly. Reincarnation, such strong and powerful planet. Wherever Pluto is in your chart, that's where you're going to live or die. Okay, usually the good and the bad. I can explain that only through a reading. When Pluto was in Cancer, and July 4, 1776, America is a Cancer country, all affairs involving Cancer, food, homes, security, family member, all were destroyed. Pluto, the planet of death, was in Cancer. So there was no food, all houses were destroyed. I call this generation before mine, the baby wasted generation in my book called The Power of the Dragon. It's a 600-page book all about the dragon. If you want to learn about the dragon, get this book. Go to drterry.com and look for it and then read it. You're going to learn more about your dragon because there is more power in your dragon alone than the entire complexity of your chart. So she's got a tail of the dragon in Leo. So it's all about love. It's all about children. It's all about taking care, but she's also very bossy. Okay. That is the way it is. She's got a huge heart. Okay. It's all about her children. And her upbringing was a mess, pretty much like mine, because that's what Pluto do in Leo. Okay. It produced dramatic experiences. Also, Leo was the heart. So if she's stressed too much, it's going to get to her heart. Even though that she's a jewel and she has two lives in one, like me, okay, gift of youth, great communication gift. The tail of the dragon in her mind could make her over worry about her life, about her kids, about everything, and that would get to her heart or arteries. So she's got to be a little bit careful with that. Okay. Mars is in Scorpio, so she could have been a nurse, she could have been a doctor, she could have been a psychic, God knows what. Mars is extremely powerful in the sign of Scorpio, but is also affecting the reproductive area, making that area very difficult, or maybe losing a child, or God knows what. It's pretty deep stuff. Yeah. The good news, Benny, is that right now the head and the tail of the dragon is affecting career and her home. Okay, because of her age, maybe she's not working. I am working, maybe she's not, but she may be forced to relocate or do something with the home. Okay, she's lucky in foreign ground and with foreigners. She could also attract foreigners. She could end up married a couple of times. She's a Gemini, like me. But in many ways, the head of the dragon wants her to experience freedom, to experience universal love, to experience no worries and being free. Okay. And the tail of the dragon Leo is in her mind, and that's not helping her. So the stress is in the home and the career, probably non existing for now. But again, in July 2026, early July, I believe, the dragon's going to go back to where it was when she was born. That means she is going to be shutting down and going to the last part of her life, so to speak. That's where she's going to kind of reevaluate all about herself, all about the world, all about her children, all about what she went through in life. And then maybe talk about it, maybe use the internet, write about it, God knows, depending on the drive that she has still left in her. But I can see that she went through hell. Okay, many ways, karmic life. Sad enough, the technology, which is a blessing on the head of the dragon, was not available when we grew up. So I don't know if she can use that dragon, but once the dragon moves, a lot of things will change with your mom. I hope that helped, Benny. And again, thank you so much for the gift. I appreciate it always. All right, so let's see what we have. Janine, March 17, 1970. Okay, so let me look at you. We're going to put your date of birth, March 17, double, no, yes, 17, 1970. Okay, I'm going to go give you a little bit of a rundown how right now you have the head of the dragon on you. Okay, the head is in Pisces. And you were born with the head of the dragon in Pisces. Famous people born with this dragon: Nostradamus, Edgar Casey, Madame Blavatsky, the top prophet, the top spiritualists, healers, psychics were born with your dragon. And remember, you have two fish: the one that goes up towards God's feet, Jesus Cosmic Ministry, and the negative fish: drugs, alcohol, religion, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Mohammed, the Mormon, Hare Krishna, Witness of Jehovah, the deception of Neptune, which is religion. So which one are you? I don't know. Okay. Saturn is in Taurus, so the mind is concerned with the art, music, acting, dancing, spirituality, the art, healing power through the hands, and the fear of not having enough money that can become a wish to your subconscious. Maybe you should go to my website and watch my movie on the superconscious. Okay. That will tell you not to worry. The moon is in Cancer, so you either love to cook or you love to eat, whatever it is. Good position for the moon in Cancer. That makes you extraordinarily sensitive and very emotional. You're supposed to feed and protect the world on your own, all right. All right, honey, I hope that helps for now. Okay, let's go back. Okay. Ranch, do you ever go on podcast? And if not, do you think you might go on one on or have thought about it? It would be an interesting case. I tell you what, honey, I was on coast to coast all over the world for many, many years. And I was so interesting that when I predicted that COVID would kill millions and Trump would not be reelected, they kicked my butt. They fired me from coast to coast again for being real. You can Google it, Coast to Coast, Dr. Cherry, and you can read my latest prediction that I did many years ago in October, talking about the government and everything going crazy and fire that will kill millions of animals. Example of the fire in Australia and California. So I have been in so many radio stations, but I'm semi-retired, sort of. I want to be, spending the rest of my life on the water. I want to take many of you on my boat. That's why I'm going to Florida, okay? And look at the sunsets, swim with a dolphin, and maybe check some UFOs out there. You can go to my Facebook page, Lady of the Sea Charter. Okay. Anyway, if you go to drcherry.com or email Taranya, we can give you the link. So basically, as a Pisces, remember, Pisces don't have much of a fate. Your fate is based upon the reincarnation of your thought, the understanding and use of your subconscious, and most importantly, swimming with the tide. So you are under the constellation, under the jurisdiction of the moon. The dragon is right on you now, so it put a lot of stress on your relationship and the way you face and see the world. Might worry about your health or your work, whatever it is. But again, once the dragon moves next year in Leo Aquarius, 12 and 6, that's going to be so much better. Just be patient. Don't feed the devil with negativity. Don't swim downstream, and everything will be just good for you. Okay, Luz, yes, it's perfect. Any career for March 18, 2002, Luz. Again, I think that's you. You're a Pisces. I just talk about Pisces. So the forecast will be universal. It will also touch you. So I would suggest you to listen to what I said excuse me. When I channel, I got a problem to deal with this rational dance world. Okay, I just did your chart. Okay, what is the site you use? drcherry.com here. Okay, that's my website, drcherry.com. You can click on your sign. You can read about Pisces, Scorpio. You can read about everything. You can watch my movies. You can watch like you could do anything you want. It's a big huge site. I have 3 sites. drterry.com here, the Cosmic Code website, which is specifically designed for my student. If you want to learn astrology, the tarot, or the superconscious, you got to join like 10,000 people that are on that website. And of course, I have my Facebook and 2 or 3 Facebook pages. It's all on my website. You can connect with us. Go into the newsletter, which is going to be given under this video. And then you have the email of Tarania, and you can email her, and she'll guide you on absolutely anything you need, including books and services, tarot table, astrology, name it, it's all there for you. All right, talk to Tarania, she'll guide you. Okay, Laura, is dentistry the right career for me? January 25th, 2000. So let me look again. I think I take care of you. January the 25th, and you were born again in 2000. All right, so let me look at your charts. Okay, 10 of the dragon is in Aquarius, head in Leo. You're not supposed to work for anybody. You're supposed to reach your head in the dragon. Remember the magic word here, okay? A paycheck is cancer to your dreams. Do you hear me? A paycheck is cancer to your dreams. Now, do what you have to do. Work like I did in any stupid job. Put the energy, do 2 or 3 jobs like I did, and then start your own business. You got the head of the dragon in Leo. God wants you to build a stage, to work for love, to work for light, to work for health. You've got your moon in Virgo that makes you fussy, picky, and critical, make you a natural doctor. That's why you want to go into dentistry. Jupiter, the planet of luck, okay, education and higher learning, is in Aries. And Aries was the head, the eyes, the hair, the nose, and your teeth. Yes, dentistry would be a good job, but you've got to run your show. Much more about you, but that's basically what I have for you, honey. Hope that helped. Okay. Benny, thank you, Dr. Therese. Spot on with so many things as usual. You're welcome. Luz, you're so incredible. I love that you do this for us. It's okay, honey. I can do only what I can do to help the best way I can. As I said, a lot of people have invested me over the years and they don't go. They're still there. And I'm doing people that have did 10, 20, 30 years ago coming back to me. Some are gone already, so my heart goes to them. But it's good. It's good for my self-esteem, not my ego. My ego is gone a long time ago. No point. And I always says there will always be somebody with a bigger house, with a bigger car, with a bigger boat, God knows what. And I had all that. All I want is collect memories because I have more years behind that I have ahead. So memories in good time and good, getting a lot is like putting an investment into my next life. It's karma, and I'm aware of that. All right. Thank you, Luz. Ranchview, I would love to go to the boat, my friend, one day. I believe that will happen. Yes. Remember, the future is nothing else than a reincarnation of your thoughts. Okay. It's going to take me a while to put everything together. Okay. But once I do, the boat will be there, maybe 2. I don't know. But I would certainly be very, very honored to have you or anybody else. And then talk about the stars on my boat. Who knows? Be fun. I was a chef, and I am in the plan of opening a restaurant within the next 2. That's definitely good. And I'll cook for you when you get that chance, my friend. Thank you. You're supposed to feed and protect. All right. Shella, hi, Dr. Churi. Please look at my chart. Lost my husband recently. My birthday is July 3rd, 1956. Okay, so let's look at you, honey. So July is at 7. And then the 3rd, 1956. I believe that is Taurus tail. I'm not sure. Let's check it. Oh, Gemini tail. Yeah. And in the subconscious. Okay. All right. So let me see what I see with you here. You're a Cancer, so you're under the jurisdiction of the moon. Watch the moon. You have a specific tide and pose as a moon child. Okay? The more you know about the moon fluctuation, the more power to you. In fact, you should know every single lunation by house and sign, personally and universally, to really handle your chart when you're born in July. The head of the dragon is in Sagittarius. It makes you very lucky with foreigners and in foreign lands. Anything to do with teaching, publishing, traveling. A lot of past life you too with disappeared civilization as a medicine woman. That's why you're so fussy, picky, and critical in so many ways and into health. Money-wise, the universe wants you to shine. Remember, Elon Musk is a Cancer. He's got tons of money. God wants him to shine with his finances because all Cancers are Leo. Leo is fame, power. Wherever you have Leo in your chart, that's where God wants you to shine, put it this way, and live. So Uranus is there, astrology, Pluto, metaphysics, investigation, and Jupiter, learning, teaching, and children. This is good. You're doing good on that one. Let me look. Saturn is in Scorpio. There you go. All right. Now, Saturn in Scorpio put a lot of stress in the area of love, romance, and children. It may attract you to people much older or much younger than you. I don't know what the case is with your husband, but since you're a dual, the tail of the dragon is in Gemini. You're supposed to have 2 marriage and 2 kids and 2 4, like Trump. It's a dual energy that you have. So you already have ended one part of your life. Right now, the tail and the head is affecting your wishes. The tail is on your wishes area. Okay, and that's not good. For the time being, you have to tough it out. The moon is in Taurus, which is dignified, and that means a nice house and good money. And healing power, crystals around you is a must. Okay? Walking by the water, regeneration through your feet is also given to you. So, in many ways, when the new dragon comes to you around your birthday in 2026, then the head and the tail of the dragon will be on your financial world. Okay, that's going to be interesting. You may land on someone who was a child. Okay, or a lot of wealth, but there is quite a lot of good thing ahead of you compared to what you're going through now. So be strong, be tough. Okay, life is a constant process of endless changes. Okay. Okay, Edith, Dr. Churi, are you able to see what area Cancer is ideal for me? Okay, 12,471. Oh, career. Okay, Dr. Churi, are you able to see what area career is ideal for me? December 4th, 1971. Thank you. All right, let's look at you, Edith. So we're going to put December, that's 12. And then you were born on the 4th. And then we're going to put the year to find your dragon, 1971, which could be Leo. Sometime I remember right, sometime I don't. And I was right. The tail of the dragon is Leo. Okay, Sagittarius. The man, the bull, and the horse represent the Indians, represent traveling. Remember, Nostradamus was born in December, Sagittarius. He traveled all over Europe with his donkey, with all these tools to fix Europe against the plague. He was always driving around, so to speak. Sagittarius wants to travel. As a Sagittarius, you're much more lucky on foreign ground and on foreign places, as a rule. Okay, Jupiter is right on you. Okay, and Jupiter expands, so be careful of the good things of life, especially good food. Okay, because you could put some on weight. Okay, especially with the moon in Cancer, which means you like to eat, cook, or both. Okay, Saturn is on your lungs. Careful, don't smoke. Okay, could put some stress with brothers and sisters if you have any, as a rule. The head of the dragon is on your 3rd house in Aquarius. Computers, technology, new age, astrology, flying, aeronautic, AI, UFOs, name it. You are definitely someone like me, a little bit of a weirdo, but genius at the same time. Careful again, don't put stress on your body. Overweight will get to your heart in the long run. Okay, you're supposed to live quite a long time, but you could be your worst enemy having too much of the good thing in life. Okay, let's see. As far as your career is concerned, it's all about cleaning, cleansing, natural healing. It might be you might have to go through some karma and suffer yourself in order to adjust. Cleaning, cleansing, anything to do with paperwork, organization. But that is traditionally the career of a Sagittarius. And the Virgin Mary represent also, of course, religion to some Sagittarius, because Sagittarius was the codification of thought of the Bible, the box where you're stuck, you could be stuck. But your head of the dragon in Aquarius wants you to do real things and to travel and to experience anything outside of the ordinary. Doing that, you can't go wrong. You definitely have it also for the new Asian technology. All right, let's move on to Laura. Yes, thank you. You helped me a lot. You're surely welcome, honey. My nephew has been having a tough time lately. What's unsure? You know what? It shows you a big heart. You're very concerned with your nephew. You're concerned with everybody around you. That's just the reality of life. You're not going to go to hell. We are on hell, and the idea is to turn it into paradise. And you can only get to that paradise with wisdom, cosmic consciousness, patience, understanding, love, being decent, and to remember that you lose a friend or a family member, you lose a wish. So you have to be nice to everybody, regardless how stupid or nasty they are to you. Okay? Because it's just the way it is. We're all human beings and we all are priceless in our own right. Even if we are so damn different, we all are the children of God. Remember that. Okay. He was born September the 8th, 2011. Well, first of all, you have to remember, you just said it, September. The tail of the dragon is in Virgo. He's got a tail on his face. Okay. And that could mean depression. That could mean drugs, alcohol. That could mean ending up in jail. You know. So let me go back. Let me check something. I'm going to look at stars on his dragon again. Okay, let's look at it. Yeah, he is a Virgo. And if you read my forecast for 2025, I said everyone born in September, March, everyone who has a moon, a rising, a natal or hidden dragon in the Virgo Pisces will be directly touched by this dragon. That means a full entire restructure. If you do not understand what the stars are doing to you, you're going to be a robot. And he's a kid. I mean, 2011, he's a kid to me. Okay? He doesn't have cosmic consciousness. Top of that, he's got a moon in Capricorn, and Pluto is in Capricorn. I could make him suicidal, especially if he starts to take chemicals. Okay? He's very direct. He's very honest. He's very confused because he has his tail of the dragon in Gemini. He's a jewel. Nobody is there to tell him that he's a jewel. And he wants to do something, he wants to do something else. He goes left and right. He might lie, he might steal, he might cheat, he might do all sorts of things, being victimized by this tail. His success is in education. Okay? Education and foreign ground. The head is in Sage. Anything to do with foreigners, foreign land, education, higher, that's where his blessing are. Okay. Moon in Capricorn, he can do extraordinarily well. Okay, and he probably will in time once the dragon move in his house of work and health and his subconscious. So the next 2 or 3 years are going to be quite trying for him. But if he passes that, my God, he's going to have a fantastic future in building something that will last forever. Good chart. Now, all I can tell you, my good friend, is we all have chosen in time and space to reincarnate on this dense physical world. Oh, you could say, well, I could have picked another world. I guess what? Remember, the knob of the radio, you turn it to the right and you're going into the future forever. You turn it to the left and you're going into the past forever. And in between, since there is no time and space, you decide to come in. Now, you've picked your stars, you picked your country, you picked your race, you picked your parents, you picked everything. That's why it's not good to be upset. You're welcome, Ranch. Thank you. It's not a good idea to be upset with anything or anybody. If somebody says something about you, who the hell is that person? Especially if you're on TikTok or online, or whatever it is, and you've got an idiot out there who is constipated and doesn't know what to do with his life, and they start to bitch at you for whatever reason. Who is that person? Why would you allow that person to get to you? How and why would you allow a total stranger to manipulate your emotions? Don't. You are completely in charge of your emotions. I understand, and I told you when I teach my students that in the eternal battle between emotion and logic, emotion will always win. Meaning you're going to get upset, but it takes control and practice. Next time you get something or somebody that is messing with you, back off. Say, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Who are you? Think of Dr. Jerry. Who are you? You're not Dr. Jerry. I don't have nothing to gain from you. So why should I let you hurt me? Don't get emotional. Control your emotion. Your body doesn't need all that mess. It needs good food. Stay away from drugs and alcohol. You can have a drink now and then. It's not going to kill you. But mentally, you're responsible for the temple. It's your temple. That's all you have. You need to respect it, love it, maintain it, and deal with it so it can carry you a long time where you can collect all those experiences which are priceless. And then when you get to my age, God willing, you can start to teach others. Just leave yourself alone when it comes to stupidity out there. You have no right to let somebody mess with you. You are in charge. You're in control. Easy, yeah? My other nephew is here with me. What does his future hold? He's December 2nd, 2013. So let me look at him. So December, that's 12. And he is second, and he was born in 2013. All right, let me look at him. Woohoo! Head of the dragon in Scorpio. Oh my God. Saturn in Scorpio, Mercury in Scorpio, Moon in Scorpio. That could mean his upbringing could have been messed up either with somebody either sick, drinking, or religion. I don't know, but the upbringing is messed up. Okay. Head of the dragon is in the subconscious. That's extraordinarily powerful. He needs to understand that his future is nothing else than a reincarnation of his thought, because the subconscious does not reason, does not rationalize. The subconscious will take his fear as a wish. So since he has the moon in Scorpio, he may have a problem with the mother of the upbringing. He needs to let go of all that stuff. His problem is to let go. He has to learn to let go. He was extraordinarily rich in his past life. So he's focusing on making money, okay? But you got to do it the right way. And remember that you can have all the money in the world. If you don't have your health, if you don't have love, you've got zilch. That is his lesson. Not to concentrate only in making money. Money doesn't fix everything. Helps, doesn't fix everything. You could have some problem on the neck later on in life, the way I see it. He's got a lot of past life as a female, so it could bring some confusion sometime in his own persona. But the mind is concerned with traveling, the future, exploration, investigation. Head of the dragon in the subconscious is a phenomenal position for the physician, for a psychologist, an FBI agent, a cop, somebody which is in investigation or in the medical field. He's got an interesting future, providing he doesn't fall for the greed and learn to let go. Again, the scorpion, the stinger, jealousy, resentment, suspicion, negativity, and turning the stinger on himself. Or the eagle, being above all that and become a winner, a top. He's got a good set of stars. He can do a lot of good things in his lifetime. Okay. Angela. My name is Angela Milagros Palacios. I was born in Lima, Peru on February 1st, 1968, 2:24 p.m. I remember basically all my dreams have premonition. I could say that I remember past life. Thank you. Well, again, let me check at your stars, because stars to me speak much more than anybody can tell me. In fact, I know, as I said, more about people than they know themselves. And I like to show them that I know what I'm talking about. So let's look at it. All right. So, well, you were born with the head of the dragon in the mind, like me. Okay, you're born in February and you have the head in Aries. It means you're a leader of the mind. Aries was the head, the brain, the eyes. So you're a leader. But first, you need to understand you're going to be harassed by this dragon to find out who you are. And once you do, There is no limit. And that's why you could have some headaches or some problems with the eyes, brain, whatever it is. It's all up here. The power is here. That's why it needs to be generated positively, outwardly. Moon is in Pisces. What do you expect? The moon is the closest satellite we have from the Earth. And the moon regulates your emotional response to life. Pisces is all about dreaming, sleeping, and psychic and spirituality. Indeed, the superconscious. So you have a direct connection with the superconscious. The idea is to make sure not to swim downstream and control the imagination. So you could do extraordinarily well in the field that I'm in, obviously. Okay, with education, but you need to have a good understanding of your UCI or unique celestial identity. The dragon is moving on you right now. Is on your second house of money and in the eighth house of metaphysics and witchcraft. So you've got all this digging that you're doing into the eighth house of metaphysics and death. So there is a lot of rebuilding taking place here, melting pot. Then once the dragon move on you in 2026 in July, that's where you will end at the first part of your life. You're moving into a very different section. And anything to do with Aquarius, once the dragon is on you, it's all about traveling, new age, astrology, God knows what, television, AI. There's a lot of potential ahead of you. Right now, you're dedicating with the head of the dragon, conjuncting your moon in Pisces, direct access to your subconscious. So I would strongly recommend you to dig into my movie on the superconscious from drcherry.com. Understand a little bit more. All right, hope that helped. Okay, so I'll tell you what, my good friend, I've been here for 1 hour, 6 minutes. I am going to let you all go. Again, I'm going to finish the reading by doing the Astro Tarot card. This is the energy of that show. What type of energy has been generated in that meeting today in the Astro Tarot? So as always, I don't know what it is. So here we go. I'm going to put up a card, and this card's going to tell us the identity. And here goes the identity. You see that? That's the magician. That tells me that all of you that are here and all of those who are going to watch this movie, this YouTube video, even if they're not here today, okay, you were born with a lot of good tools on the table. You see the tools? That's the tools you were born with. Now, today, I gave you more tools. Now, if you mingle the tools you were born with the tools that you learned from me, or my books, or my classes, God knows what I have, then you can become number one, or the magician, the battler, as we say in French. You got the magical power with you. So this is what the energy of that YouTube video is all about today, the magician. This is how you handle the Astro Tarot. All right. Thank you very much. I just bought your book, Power of the Dragon. You're going to love it. Thank you so much, honey. All right, good guys. We shall see you probably from Florida, maybe on the beach somewhere when I do another live video. Please, Dr. Cherie will like what you do. Give me a little note, whatever it is. Sign up and talk about my work. And Lady of the Sea Charters. Soon I'm going to be in the water and hope to have many of you to join me. God bless all of you. Good night.